I am using up leftovers, and so I always empty out my fridge, and today I had a bunch of roasted cauliflower that I hadn't finished up. So I am making roasted cauliflower hummus. So it's already been roasted in my oven, so it's already cooked. It's gonna give me a really nice flavor on my hummus. I think the food processor will thank me for that. I've ordered myself a new microphone for doing my Facebook Lives, and I have a new camera and video camera that I'm going to switch to start using. But there's something about getting new equipment that kind of intimidates me a little bit, with not knowing how to use it, not knowing how to set it up. So I'm still using my phone. Okay, so we just have, I suppose it was about a half of a head left over. And you can make hummus with anything. Many of you adore my broccoli hummus recipe. You can make hummus from bok choy, you can make hummus from sweet potatoes, you can make hummus from anything. But I just usually make it from leftovers. So I am going to add about 1/4 cup of tahini. I might add, when I'm making hummus, some fresh garlic, and I would press it in because it's always so much more flavorful than letting the food processor try to jump to mix it up. Use my press. But cauliflower tends to be really mild, and I don't want to overpower it with fresh garlic, so I am going to use some roasted garlic. I roast my garlic, and then I just keep it in a little bit of oil in a jar in the fridge, and I'm almost out, so it's time to make some new ones. I'm going to use 4 roasted garlic, because it's so much more mild, and it'll go with the roasted cauliflower, roasted garlic. Yum, yum, yum. I'm going to use a few tablespoons of lemon. So it was about 1/3 of a lemon. It was a really juicy lemon, so I knew I didn't even need half of the lemon. Then add spices, and pretty much that's about it. You can add oil, but what's the use? You don't really need it. You can, if you need it more creamy, you can add a little bit of oil. It's definitely gonna need some salt. I would say 1/2 teaspoon of salt. I use real salt. It still has all the minerals and everything in it. Now spices. How do we want to spice this up? You know I'm a kind of a curry kind of girl, so lots of times I'll add garam masala or a curry with some turmeric, especially because it looks so nice and yellow. And if I'm having a lot of vegetables that aren't having a lot of color in them, then adding the extra color is always lovely. I always put in some cumin. I don't know, something about cumin and hummus. They just live together. So I always put in cumin. But another good option would be some smoked paprika. That's really yummy. So what shall I do today? Since I almost always do curry, I'll do the smoked paprika. So about 1/2 teaspoon. Well, I guess I actually measured it. So 1/2 teaspoon. And I like things zippy. So I'm gonna add just a dash of chipotle powder. You could add cayenne, you can add anything. You can add black pepper if you like. I just really like it. So we're gonna zip this up. Loud noise coming up. Down the sides. Can't even see me anymore. Scrape down the sides. Give it a taste. Yeah, needs a little bit. So I'm gonna use almond oil. You could use olive oil. You can use whatever you have on hand. I am gonna just add just a bit, so maybe a tablespoon or 2. Try it with 1 tablespoon. Now, it's kind of a little bit darker color because it was the roasted cauliflower. But there you go. I grilled up, I roasted up a whole bunch of sweet potato toasts. They look like this. And they're just thick wedges that I brush just a little bit of oil on them. You don't actually need to put the oil, but I do. And then put some spices, put them in the oven. Don't cook them too long so that they still hold their shape. And then flip them over, maybe put them into the broiler to get the other side. So they're cooked through, but they're not mushy. Now, every type of sweet potato has a different amount of water in them, and so they all take different amounts of time to cook. Some of the ones like the Hannah sweet potatoes are a lot more dense, and so they'll take a lot more time to cook through. These only took, usually they take maybe like 5 to 7 minutes. Today this took me 4 minutes. So you always have to watch it, and because you don't want to cook them too much. So adding sweet potato toasts with some lovely hummus. Makes a nice spread there. You know what I'll add? A little bit of diced red onion and some of my microgreens, and then you have a lovely lunch. You could, if you like some extra protein, you could just shred some chicken and put it on here. But there you go. That's my snack for right now. And I hope you got some ideas for experimenting in the kitchen. I mean, following a recipe is a good place to start, but like in all of life, just go out there and play with it. Have fun with it. Use what you have on hand and make it work. So there's no right or wrong in cooking. So just have fun with it, all right? I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Don't forget to do your deep breathing. Stay hydrated. Always have a glass of water while you're cooking. And I will see you all very soon, and enjoy cooking.